I'm so disappointed in myself. Not in Antoine, not in the Clippers, in myself. Last year, I was America's leading Los Angeles Clippers truth teller. Some even called me an oracle. I said, no, that's too far. But I just saw what others couldn't see. That this was a flawed team, poorly built roster, and that they were being anointed a championship contender, and I didn't even see them as a conference finalist. This year, I had a choice to make early in the season. Am I going to stay riding on that Clippers, anti-Clippers train, or am I going to look at this as a new team with a new coach and a slightly tweaked roster with an open mind? And I decided to take that route. I was like, oh, Kawhi's playing more. I love Ty Lue. Ibaka, when healthy, potentially positive addition. Oh, the Clippers. They're a real contender this year. And no, they're not. And they know they're not. And that's why they did what was one of the most embarrassing, and as a pro athlete, I would have to imagine a mortifying 36 hours of basketball I've ever seen. The Houston Rockets had won 5 times in 49 games. And they threw the game against them to make sure, no matter what, they wouldn't play the Lakers in round 1. And if that's not enough, the very next day, they play a Thunder team that had won once since April 1st. They had lost 23 of 24. And they throw that game. And you might say, if they can't play the Lakers in round 1, why do they even care about throwing that game? Because they don't want to play the Lakers in round 2 either. Forget the fact that if you want to go to the finals, you got to beat the Lakers anyway. And strategically, it's dumb. If you want to play the Lakers early than late, when Schroeder is just now getting back, when LeBron is just getting back, when AD is getting back. So it's a bad strategy, but it's also an embarrassing one. If you are a team, for instance, and this isn't how it played out, Joy, but if the Knicks could have lost a game to ensure they get the Hawks instead of the Heat, I actually would endorse that, because the Knicks' ceiling this year is the second round of the playoffs. So it's a hugely successful season if they win one round. The Clippers, if they don't make the finals, this first 2 years with Kawhi and Paul George is a massive failure. There is no, we made the Western Conference Finals for the first time in the history of our sorry franchise, hang a banner. No. So the fact that they are trying to game the system to avoid the team they're going to have to play anyway is, to me, it's not good strategy. And it's embarrassing for a team that is supposed to have the king of LA on it and be the best team in the West. Everyone should be trying to avoid you. You should not be trying to avoid other teams. But the Clippers revealed that they think of themselves this year what I thought of them last year, which is paper champions, paper tigers, not real contenders. Otherwise, go beat the Lakers in round 1 and have an easy path to the finals, Joy.